Well, watching right now, Chris Robinson play Francisco Bustamante here from the one-loss side, a race to 9. And it looks like Django takes the first game. And I'm sitting here with Tera. Tera Robinson, is it?
It's Tera Rienhold.
Tera Rienhold, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because I've seen Chris's name as
It's Robinson-Rienhold.
Yeah, it's hyphenated.
Yeah.
And Tera tells me that he's been playing only for about 3 years.
Yeah, before that he had never picked up a cue. I never knew he'd even be interested in pool.
So let me ask you this, because now you're like totally connected to this pool world.
Right.
And you probably, did you have any other friends or relatives in the pool world before this, or was it just like, oh hey, we know the pool room to take him to. Let's go to Machin's room.
Our Uncle Kevin, he plays at Styx. He's a regular there. And so he had taken Chris, like I said, when he was 13, and then now we just pay unlimited monthly for him, and he's up there on a daily basis.
Yeah.
There's not hardly a day goes by that he's not there. And then he has quite a few guys from the pool hall that have been so great to him, and really good friends for him, and good guys to look up to. So.
Absolutely.
And my husband's totally, obviously we all are, but he's his biggest fan, as he's behind him 100% to go for his passion and do what he wants to do in life and make sure he's happy.
What have you seen of Chris in the past couple of years as one of his crowning achievements, in his development as a pool player? I mean, I'm sure you have some great memories already.
There's quite a few memories. Offhand, I guess I can go with the Swanee recently that he played. He got pretty far in that, and that's pretty awesome. What's kind of cool as a parent is he's usually one of the youngest in the pool halls, and it's just a little ego boost for me maybe. That it's just cool that he gets it at such a young age, and not a lot of kids do.
What sort of go ahead. You were about to say something. I was going to ask you another quick question. Have you been able to find resources and curriculums that are sort of pool-oriented somehow to weave that into the educational stuff, or his schooling? And is there sort of is this a new obstacle as far as his education is concerned?
As far as like with pool?
Yeah, I mean, have you guys maintained an emphasis on his, he's got to put school first?
Oh, absolutely, yeah, he has to put school first, and he's a good student.
Okay.
But he definitely, I'm a little stumped. He's a good student. He's just school's definitely important, and we tell him he does need to get education and good grades and whatever, but he's such a good person that I know that he's going to go far no matter what comes of school.
Yeah.
He's truly just a good person. So.
Have you looked into the future, like Lindenwood University?
They actually sent us I know that they send them out to a lot of people, but they actually sent us a pamphlet and all the goods over there, and we actually passed by that on the way home from the Junior Nationals, so I kind of saw where it was. And I, as a mom, don't want him to go that far, but
sure,
obviously I'm whatever he wants to do with his future is just awesome, and I want him to know that his future is bright, and there's so many options out there for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, here he is now. Just played an excellent shot on the 6th ball. Draws back with authority on the 7. But he's a little straight on this 8, and he needs to come down table for this 9 ball. But he seems to be carrying himself very well at the table, as far as demeanor.
Right.
Attention, hard time patients. If you have passed a cell phone that does not belong to you, greatly appreciated if you could return either to the front counter or to me.
He's got good speed on his cue ball. Almost froze that ball to the rail. Definitely going to give Busty a run for his money. Busty's going to take it on. Oh, he plays safe. This must be exciting to you. I mean, Bustamante is a legend.
Absolutely exciting and a little bit nervous. I just hope that it all goes well. Shoot.
Oh.
Not so much.
Unfortunate miss there. And as hard as that is to miss that ball, I have to tell you, I've seen many pool players do it. They just are able to find their way in that small space, thread the needle and miss the ball. So it's going to be 2-0. But these races tonight are a little longer.
Yes, they are.
So hopefully we'll get a chance to see Chris string a couple of pearls and get on the wire. So we've streamed Chris a few times. We had him stream a match against Greg Harada. We've done Nathan Diederich.
Yes.
A couple of times, I think, and they're quite friendly with each other. Nathan is also a younger.
Yes.
Is he younger than Chris?
I think
he
just
is.
by a year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Nathan's from the Riverside area, I believe, or no, Corona or something.
No, hold on.
Boy, they come from everywhere.
Victorville.
Victorville, that's right.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
And they've become quite good Facebook friends.
Yeah, and they talk on a weekly basis.
Now, actually, I should take a survey on you. You know, like we all know that pool players are a different breed of people. Mm-hmm. You know, there's nobody like the pool player. We're obsessed with the game. You know. Mm-hmm. But let me ask you about Chris, because he's in that demographic that is full of like the gamers and the video game players.
He does not like video games whatsoever.
Okay, now that's what I kind of wanted to know.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
like,
he is not into video games.
Is he also like fascinated with that world?
No, he doesn't have any interest in video games, and he, ever since as a young child, he was always just like like an old soul, and he always was very content on his own, and he doesn't need to be a follower. He likes to make his own way.
Okay.
And he's very, very chill, just in his own way.
Yeah. I've always liked him. I mean,
Thank you.
I think I'm still looking for that footage of him from Las Vegas
with
which
Grandma.
was when I met all of you guys.
Yes, that's right.
And Chris has actually come and commentated with us a couple times.
Yeah.
You know, he's very witty. Really funny guy.
He is a funny guy.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that he got that from me, but I'm not sure. It might just be his own thing.
Well, I don't know how much a sense of humor works at the pool table. Because when
Maybe
you're
that's
playing
what keeps him
champions like
going, though.
this, well, that's true, but when you're playing champions like this, all it comes down to sometimes is execution. So let's see how Chris carries himself on this rack. It's 2-0, Francisco Bustamante.
Nice.
Plays a good shot.
He has an issue with sweaty palms.
With what?
He gets sweaty really easily.
Oh, sweaty palms.
Sweaty palms. And it's his backhand.
Okay.
What would you call that?
His back arm.
Yeah,
His,
back arm. People have suggested the wrap,
stroking arm.
but he doesn't like the wrap.
I remember I started to do an interview with him up at Styx, and my battery ran out on my camera. I didn't have I drove all the way up to Ventura and forgot the power adapter. And I had interviewed during the match for about half an hour, and then suddenly I go to meet Chris, and boom, my battery died. But while I was talking to him, he told me his favorite game was one pocket back then, but now he's playing a little bit of all games.
Yeah, on our way back from our trip from the Nationals, our last stop was Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and he had just texted Max Eberly and got a text back, and he ended up hanging out with Max at 3 different pool halls for 2 days, like 2 evenings, and Max just turned out to be such a nice guy to give his time up like that for Chris, and he was very, very nice man.
Yeah, Max is a great guy. I've known him for coming on 10 years now, and you know, he's been known to work with kids. He actually was very helpful to Brendan Crockett.
That's what I heard. That's
back
right.
in the day as well. So, you know, on a sort of the level of mentor, you know,
right.
and he's been really, really good with kids
Yeah.
in pool. Busty now back with an open shot. Not the toughest layout. I mean, not the easiest layout. You gotta be sure not to hit this 6 on the way in the corner pocket. And he manages well. A little up and down table action here, 6 and 7. Rattles it and lets Chris back in. So it's time for your cheer now. That's your cue.
That's when I get really quiet.
That's when you say, "Go, Chris!
Go, Chris!"
Make me a proud mom."
Oh, I'm so proud of him. He doesn't have to do much for that.
Tried an up and down safety. He's opened it back up. I don't think he's, this is a different table, too, remember.
It's new, correct?
Brand new diamond table, supplied by West State. And Busty's not really getting optimum shape on his shots either, so there is a chance we could see Chris come back. Scratch on the 7.
All right, now he's got to do this. He's got it.
There's your cue.
Go, Chris.
Meanwhile, we'll close this rack out with Chris, because I just know he's going to win. We do have a lot of other matches going on here right now. Efren Reyes is in a match with Misa Estrada. Ernesto Dominguez playing Corey Harper. Max Eberly playing Danny Petralba. Oscar Dominguez playing Hanu Vesterinen. Reed Fleming playing Santos Sambajon. And on our second table over here, we have Dennis Hatch against Chang Jung LIn. That's right, Chang Jung LIn defeated Bustamante on this table, 9 games to 7. The score between Hatch and Chang Jung LIn is 2-2. That's Dennis with the break. The 2-ball goes down. And we are now back with Chris Robinson and company. Score is 2-1 in a race to 9 from the 1-loss side. It's kind of sad to see players get eliminated, you know?
Yes.
You know, because when, I don't know about you, but I'm a fan of so many players.
I'm getting to know them little by little. There was a lot of talk at Sticks when we went home yesterday about Brittany,
Oh, yeah?
the cute blonde.
Yeah, she played last night against Busch.
Yeah.
Did she come by Sticks?
No, they were just talking about her.
Because apparently she went to the Golden Queue and got into some action the day before, too.
Oh, nice. think she's on the winner's side still, right? She just beat him. No, he beat her. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why he's here. Never mind. So maybe not.
Dennis Hatch plays a 2-10 billiard and wins his 3rd game in a row against Chang Jung LIn. Three games to 2 now. Dennis ahead in his race against Chang Jung LIn. Back to Bustamante, who is looking at a tight squeeze or a combo on the 10.
Go, Chris.
Yes, there you go.
I can't get too excited because then I think I jinx it all.
See how easy this is?
This is easy.
Let's take a look real quick. Chris playing a safety.
So back to that, are you going to come up and play him? No? Come on.
You guys are trying to trap me, I know it.
Come on.
You know, people might argue that Chris is hanging around the pool hall too much. I think you might be hanging around the pool hall too much. Because your woofing skills are getting pretty good.
Oh.
I'd be open to it. Maybe Geraldine and I can take a road trip and come see you guys.
That would be cool.
Yeah, next month we are going to a wedding in St. Louis Obispo. So
Oh, very nice.
maybe on the
So
way back
maybe on your
down,
way
we'll
back.
come down and see Chris.
That
It's
would be
August
cool.
17th, I think. So
He should be around.
Maybe we can actually book ahead to the 18th.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me too. I'll bring my camera
All right.
and my cue.
That sounds
my
good.
OB cue. Wow, the spectators are kind of going wild on Dennis Hatch. They really want him to eliminate the Taiwanese contingent. I mean, let it just be noted that although many of these players and spectators don't really know how well these players play, you know, it's all rumor and speculation and guesswork, because when you don't watch these guys match up with each other all the time, people can have a line on matches that aren't always true.
Exactly.
So that being said, you know, a lot of our American players playing the Taiwanese are considered underdogs because of the sort of chatter about the Taiwanese players and how good they're known to be.
I was talking to a gentleman in the stands, and he had said that they have a school out there, and there's 900 tables at the school, which sounds like a lot to me, but it's a big deal.
In Taiwan?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm thinking about sending Chris out there.
Might not be a bad idea. I thought you didn't want him to be that far away, though.
Well, if he can come back like that.
You know, it's refreshing to see a parent who has that much support for a player, for a pool-playing youth like that. And that's really admirable.
Well, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome.
It's kind of funny because when Chris was younger, he always liked to just do one sport at a time. He was never one to do soccer, basketball, baseball. You know, he pretty much just picked a sport and stuck with it for a little while. He was good in baseball for a while, and then his back started bothering him, so he stopped doing that. And then never really got into soccer, but he does love basketball, and he still loves basketball. But once he picked up that pool cue, that was it.
Well, here he has picked it up and jacked it up, and he gets out of trouble.
Oh, but left that open for him.
He opens the door, but Busti's not gonna. This is no picnic because he still has to. Well, does the 5 go? I was gonna say he still has to negotiate this cluster at the top of the table here. I was going to ask you about other sports because I asked you about the gaming. You said Chris Robinson doesn't really play video games.
Correct.
But what about other sports? Does he have an interest still, hold an interest?
He doesn't play any in school. Like I said, he is very, very dedicated to pool, and he goes to the pool hall. That's his stop on the way home. Sticks Billiards is just about a block and a half from our house, which makes it phenomenal for him to be able to just go do his thing. And now that
as
he's
a sports fan, does he watch games? Does he follow teams?
Dodger and Laker fan.
Okay.
So is my husband. And you know, he goes over the stats and stuff with his dad and stuff. So
All right.
that's. Then he likes to attend games once in a while when we can.
Now, do you know what cue he's playing with? Is he playing with one of Eddie's cues
Exactly.
or another cue that
Exactly. It's Eddie's cue.
Okay, Eddie Cohen.
Eddie Cohen. He just actually did a trade with Chris on this old school cue that my uncle had given Chris from when he played way back when, and I had no idea he played.
Oh, no kidding.
Probably about a year ago, he just surprised him and mailed the cue out, and it was in a really cool case.
Did you just see the shot
that
your
was
son
pretty awesome.
made?
I can't get too excited, I tell you. I have to wait till the end.
He's way out of line on the 7, so.
But so he didn't even trade for this cue, and this cue, Chris really, really likes it. The cue he had before this was from Randy in Ojai, and he had actually made Chris his own cue just for Chris.
I see. Okay.
And he played with that for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we've spotlighted Eddie Cohen on POVPOOL before, and yeah, he's pretty works with some good materials and has some great design ideas, and it looks like his work is coming along. He's progressed very well.
He does very nice work. He's a really nice guy too.
Yeah, I'm actually entertaining the idea of doing sort of a showcase of California custom cue makers.
Oh, that would be cool.
Sort of a segment of different cue makers, maybe a feature article of some kind. So
that would be really cool.
because seem to be a lot of rising cue makers in the Southern California, especially also in Northern California. Kenny Koo is making very good cues too. We've got Kent Davis, some of Ariel Carmelli's boys, Foch works on cues, but Joey Chin is showing a lot of talent. And I'd like to be able to show the world some of these cues. Score now is 3-1. Busti is... I wouldn't say he's having the easiest match, though. I mean, Chris is definitely getting some innings at the table. So who do you think's really been helping Chris's game?
Really been helping his game.
Working with him most closely.
Well, he has quite a few guys from Sticks, like I said. Jay, I just want to say Jay sticks out
Jay Beatty.
He definitely is one that I think of. Him and Chris have a really good relationship, and he likes to see Chris challenged. And and then Brett is the one that runs the pool hall up there, and a lot of guys at the pool hall. And I'm sorry, I can't remember all the names, but there are so many from Ventura that have helped him out. And Uncle Kevin has been huge in this. I mean, without him, we wouldn't have this wouldn't be, Chris wouldn't be who he is without, as far as in the pool world, without Kevin Farrell. Yeah, he's big in Chris's life too.
And Jerry Matchin too.
Jerry Matchin, yes, he's
a big part of it, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Owner of Sticks Billiards, and
he's been very helpful.
His knowledge, Jerry's knowledge is so extensive.
Yeah, I know him and Chris get some one-on-one time here and there, and that's really cool. The one thing I'm going to jump back to or talk about a little bit more is it's hard on the West Coast as far as where we're at, being able to find
games
for Chris. And
well, you're in Ventura, which is sort of nestled
right
on the coastline.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot going on up there for him as far as.
Does he go to Moore Park to Butera's room?
He can't because they have liquor, so he's not old enough.
Oh, that's
and
right.
That
He's
happened,
16 years old.
That happened right when we were going to decide to start taking him there, and then they got their liquor license. So that was a bummer.
Right. Yeah.
So, but there's like you said at Sticks, Jerry's put in some good diamond tables, and Chris gets lots of good play, and he
nice
comes
kicker.
comes down here often, so he gets around, that's for sure. We do what we can, but like I was saying, like on the East Coast, it's a lot more availability for him to be able to go places, I've noticed.
Right. Accessible,
exactly. And there's a lot more kids playing on the East Coast than the West Coast. So we're doing the best we can with him as far as giving him the challenges when we can and where we can.
Three to one. Boosty playing a safety. Very well executed shot. Really putting the handcuffs on Chris here.
Go Chris.
Definitely has him thinking. Does he have a favorite player?
I don't think I can answer that properly. I'm sure he does. But to be honest, I'm not. I know that he loves many players. Very fond of many players, but...
Oh, he almost got lucky with rattling the cue ball in the corner pocket. Almost came out to hit the three, but no love there.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think? How do you think the players here view Chris? Like when they're matched up with a 16-year-old, do you think it's ever like an ego thing or a problem?
I would assume you'll get a few players that may think, oh, just another shortstop, I'm not worried about it. Mm-hmm. I'll teach the kid a few things.
Right.
But to tell you the truth, I happen to know Chris's skill level, and you have to try playing him. I don't think anybody of Boosty's caliber is always going to say, I have to try playing these guys. Mm-hmm. And he's, a player who can still get beat by anyone in this field, based on the kind of day he's having. What's the nickname you have for him there?
They call him Fish.
Andy?
Randy.
Randy?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's mention you again, Randy. I just got your text.
I didn't know they called him Fish. Anyway,
bad nickname in the whole world.
yeah, I was thinking, why do you have him called Fish on the?
That's what they call him. Let's not make fun of him now.
Oh no, I'm not. making fun. Just curious as to why he's the Fish. Anyway, I will say, just to complete my sentence here, I'll say that in every room you get, you're going to have egos.
Exactly.
In every room you're going to get. But anybody who is really that really matters is going to respect Chris and probably admire him for who he is, being a player at such a young age,
Right.
competing at such a young age. There might be even some envy amongst these players. Mm-hmm. That's really my answer.
No, I like that.
He earned my respect a long time ago. I think he's a very good player, and I know I come up to Sticks in Ventura. I'm not going to be, it's not going to be a picnic for me. I'm probably going to wish I was on the beach with my boogie board.
Well, maybe you can go after the game.
Yeah, exactly.
We're at 4-1.
It's 4-1. Yeah. And also anybody that can make it to day 2
I was
on the
pretty
winner's
impressed.
side
Yeah.
at his age is definitely somebody to be reckoned with.
Right. Yeah, it was nice to go home a winner yesterday for sure for him.
Meanwhile, on table 6, we also have a good match taking place between Chang Jung LIn and Dennis Hatch. Can you hit record on that camera? Record. Current score in that match is 4-4 in a race to 9. Just tell him to press the button. Just press it. It's full? Okay, that's fine. So what do you do with all the money he wins?
Oh, he definitely has to hand it over.
You're still his legal guardian?
He has his own bank account.
Oh, okay.
Trying to teach him how to be good with money because it's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important. But this kid does like to shop, I have to say.
Does like to shop?
He likes to shop.
I would imagine.
I guess they all do.
Just like any other kid, he's got his group of friends, and they all like to
Hang out
show
at the
each
mall.
other up and
Yeah.
horse around. How about what's the girlfriend perspective looking like, or the?
He has
Should
lots.
we go there on this?
Not a problem. He has lots of female friends.
Okay.
He chooses not to have a girlfriend right now because he's very into pool and he wants to have time for pool. And his dad and I are really supportive of just he has a good head on his shoulders. We always say that he's not making it easy for our little guy. For us, to prepare us for our little guy coming up as a teenager, because Chris is he's just very easygoing, and he kind of knows what he wants.
Well, a beautiful shot on the 2 ball.
Oh boy.
Oh, and he hangs the 3, and we're all rooting for him here. I'd make the same observation about Oscar Dominguez, who is, I would highly recommend, he make friends with the Dominguez family as well.
Where do they live?
And also to participate in the Mez West State Tour coming up.
Chris has been talking a lot about that.
Yes, I highly recommend you get involved with that.
Okay.
It's probably it's cut from a new cloth or an old cloth, but it follows a really good example. His code of conduct with the whole organization, and it's probably the closest thing to an aspiring professional pool player that we can probably come to right now.
Is he local?
Oscar Dominguez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll introduce you today if I get a chance to. Oscar was brought up by his son, by his father Ernesto. Oscar, I don't really observe, has ever really been involved with a woman, and now he's got a woman in his life, a very important one, and he's in his just, I think, 26 years old now. So.
Oh, okay. He's young then.
And he's a huge professional pool player. He's one of the 8 players soon to be selected for the Moscone Cup team.
Okay.
And if there's ever a pool player in my mind's eye, that I think sets a great example for the sport, it's Oscar Dominguez.
Very good to know.
Here's your cue.
Go.
Come on.
Come on, Chris. We're at 5-1.
I believe that makes it 6-1. Hi, John.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Oh, great. I got my shirt. I'll wash it. Let's get it. Yeah, get it.
It's brand new.
laundered. Yeah. That's awesome. I'll wear it for the Tab Cup.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's one of my sponsors, John English. John English from Automated
Tera.
Entertainment has
Nice to meet you.
entered the building. Gives me an Automated Entertainment shirt to wear for my next tournament. And back now to Boostie's match with the young Chris Robinson. And you're right, it is 5-1.
Yes.
I thought it was 5-1 in the last game. Not trying to get ahead of this.
Yeah, let's not.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. What about, I thought, no cable today? What about tomorrow?
Let me think about it.
Sure, whatever. I'm just letting you know.
Nice shot.
I'm just letting you know I cleared the way for you. And also, Eddie is here. I'd like to. Geraldine. Are you really busy right now? Can I have you? Can I have you? Introduce that needs to happen. How about it, my friend?
He had 2 nice shots, and then he set himself up for this.
He hit that 5-ball full. Looks like a relatively easy bank for Boosty, but getting shape on the 6-ball seems like a whole other issue. Let's see what he calls. He just executes a safety instead, and he's probably really frustrating Chris.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hits the 5 full. Again. And leaves Boosty open. Wow, 2 breaks. Did you hear that at once?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Are you buying him in? Or is he buying himself in these days?
He uses his own money.
Okay.
But this time he was sponsored by West State for this tournament.
Excuse me just a second. I had a soda and I forgot I had it.
And I think yesterday they might have been a little impressed that he was still in when the rest of the Ventura guys were not. Go, Chris. I can't say it too loud. I don't want him to hear me. But I'm not sure if that's a easy shot there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's not an easy shot. Oh, Chris just takes it on, but it doesn't go.
Oh, bummer. I'm going to start saying go, Chris, after the shot. Six one.
Quick coverage. Dennis Hatch still in this match with Chang Jung LIn, and the score is now 6-4. Chang's in the lead.
He came back.
Dennis Hatch managed to tie it up at 2-2. Then it was tied up again at 4-4. And now Chang Jung LIn has taken a 2-game lead with Dennis Hatch poised to run out this rack and a chance to come up to 5-6. This is a race denied also from the one-loss side. We're probably going to see the crowd applause after this 10 ball goes down. Dennis Hatch comes within 1 game of Chang Jung LIn. May I ask, what are your trades, by the way? What does your your husband do, and what do you do for a living?
My husband works for Trader Joe's.
Okay.
And I am a waitress.
All right, that's awesome. You know, I was a waitress for I was a waiter for my mother's a chef.
Oh, nice.
So I grew up in the service industry. I mean, I started prepping food in the kitchen, catering when I was 15 years old, and I worked in I was a bartender for many years and a waiter, but never a waitress.
Yeah,
So,
we've been Trader Joe's is a good company to work for, and he's been there almost 10 years. And then I work in Ventura at Aloha Steakhouse down on the promenade.
Yeah. I was almost hired by TJ's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when I was a the service industry is very difficult
To get out of?
It is, but for me, what it was an accident. I had a motorcycle accident, and the doctor told me you need to stop bartending and you need to stop painting houses. That's what I was doing for work, so I started streaming.
Very nice.
Now I just have high blood pressure. My knees are okay now, but I have high blood pressure. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I do what I love,
Yeah, that's his dad's biggest thing is he wants him to follow his dreams and his passions.
Yeah, fortunate enough to, exactly. And Chris might be feeling the heat. He might be feeling the heat. But he's not to blame. I want you to know, Tera, that every pool player has these days and these matches and these moments. There are going to be times when he triumphs, and there are going to be times where he fails.
Right. Look at that setup. It's hard as a parent to see your kid so bummed after a match, or if things don't go their way. But Chris really, honestly, he holds it together pretty well. He just gets quiet, and then he'll do his thing. He'll talk when he's ready.
Watching now, his demeanor is impeccable. I think what's most important is what he learns from the experience.
Exactly.
And that's how you got to actually go into it too.
Right.
You say, hey, I'm going to make mistakes today. I need to learn from those mistakes. Even if you win, you're going to know that you made mistakes.
Right.
Wow. If I'd have made that mistake against somebody else playing, or the same player playing better on that day, there's some times where you shouldn't be winning a match, and you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's letting me in today.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all about what you learn from the experience. And,
I definitely agree.
He's going to be fine. He's going to grow. He's going to definitely blossom.
It's really hot in this building. It's very hot in this building.
The air conditioner's on, and I think it's on full blast, but the relative humidity in here keeps it warm.
Yeah. We're 7-1?
It is now 7-1. Busti's playing a very difficult game with Chris. He's playing a game, where he's going for he's assuming his immediate weak spot is his safety at play. So by assuming that, Busti's just going to play as many safeties as he possibly can.
Well, right when we started, he did that 3-foul deal right away.
Right.
What do you think about that?
I'm sorry, who? Chris did? Busti did the 3-foul.
On Chris.
Yeah, well, there you go. I mean, he's immediately, because most players his age usually work on the safety game. The safety game is a long-learned, long-lived game. You have to really learn that game, because most people are focusing on being gunslingers, shooting the balls, being a good shot, getting good cue ball shape. But there's a safety game in 9-ball, 10-ball, and rotation games that is often used as an attacking part of the game.
I have to say that I was very impressed when I first started seeing Chris play safe, and I just had no idea that he knew how to do that. You know, all these hours up at the pool hall and stuff, and everyone's showing him all their bits and pieces of info, you know, that they wanted to, the players up there. But Chris plays a really good safety, definitely for a 16-year-old. Maybe he's not 16.
I think it's really cool what West State Billiards has done to support this industry and to support this tournament in particular. But I've been noticing West State Billiards go way out of their way to support these players, both Boosty and Chris.
Right.
Dennis Hatch
Wow.
closes the gap. It is 6 games apiece.
Do you think he can do this?
Run out?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Chris is, it's nerves. It's nerves. I think we saw it a couple games ago. He may have mentally sort of given up. And don't be surprised if he comes and blames you for
He won't.
commentating.
He won't. He's not even paying attention to us.
Mom, why'd you have to go in there?
I'm going to say I had to.
Scratch.
Oh, lucky for Chris.
Chris is all right here. Chris is a little perplexed right now. And this is a normal process where he's not going to be playing, he's not going to play very confident for the next few games. If he can win these games, though, it will boost his confidence
Absolutely.
exponentially.
Listen to that clapping for my boy.
Dennis Hatch, Chris Robinson, racking away. Can I have Mike sit with you? I have to go to the restroom.
Okay.
Just let him know I'm taking a quick break.
Okay, Daniel's going to take a quick break, so I'll step in and finish up the commentary on this match. Not what he wanted for the 7 ball.
Let's talk about safety.
Huh?
Talk about safety.
Yeah, he played a 2-way shot on that. Hooked Chris. He should be able to kick into it. That was a nice shot. Camera 3 maybe. Oops, maybe. Switch out the battery for that one. Well, I get a whole $1 on this game that Chris wins, so I think he can make a miraculous comeback here.
All right.
Looks like Chang takes another match. So it's now 7-6. Chang 7, Dennis Hatch 6.
We're at 8-2.
Busty's on the hill. Okay, well, it looks like a dry break, giving Chris a pretty good shot in and out here. Balls are spread nice. That was pretty. He kicked into that.
Is that a hard shot?
Yeah, it looks like he got a little short on the 3. He executes a nice safety. Looks like Bustamante is calling his side pocket off the bank. Gives Chris a pretty good clean shot at the floor. Tries to pull a safe here. Looks like he came a little short again.
This is rough. But it's against a really good player.
Like he wasn't giving him any options. Chris took advantage of the times he could get out, but he didn't get very many of those options. Okay, and that's the end of the match. Busty 9 to Chris 2. I want to thank
Tera.
I want to thank Tera Robinson, Chris's mom, to help us commentate this match.
Thank you for having me.
And are you going to stick around and watch the rest of the tournament, or
We'll see how he's feeling.
how he's feeling? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to.
He looks like he's okay though.
I'm going to try to pull up the Dennis match and try to get the end of that one.
Francisco Bustamante. Yang, 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 yang. Oh, man.
Hey, how are you, sir?
All right, what do we have here? Continued action with Chang Jung LIn playing Dennis Hatch, and what a nail biter we got. 6 games to 7. Chang with an open table. So let me ask you, Jay, is this turning out to be the type of turnout or results that you expected with these Taiwanese players and
Yeah, I would think so.
and the pro field here too?
You know, Daniel, my experience at tournaments like this is the cream always rises to the top. Come tomorrow, the last 8 players, there won't be any surprises.
Who are your top 4? Let's just say that. First, second, third, fourth. Remember, we are recording.
Dennis Orculio's playing Warren Kiamko next round. I like the winner of that match to go deep. That's a big match. I like Copigny, of course. Anybody on the winner's side right now has an advantage.
Yes, that's true.
Although, if there was somebody that I would pick on the loser's side, it might be this guy shooting right now, Chang, or perhaps Francisco Bustamante, who just won that match rather easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them get through till tomorrow. This is a big game right here for Chang. Get to the hill. Nice speed there.
And the pool claps in the room. While Chang takes his 8th game in this race against Dennis Hatch, who is really making a show of it. He's played a couple of really good shots to stay in this match. Pressure is on Chang to close out.
Well, it's nice to be on the hill and have a little bit of a lead. He's got a 2-game lead over Dennis. Nice break there. Nice break there. Oh, nothing went down. I thought he made a ball. The 3 ball's tough by the side pocket there. Well, I guess Dennis was playing safe. Looked like there was room to make the 2, but obviously that's not what he was playing for. Good safety. Chang's kicking 2 rails at this 2 ball.
Beautiful kick, but he's put the 10 ball on on blast here. But I don't think Dennis is going to do anything really to try to make it. He'll just probably return with another safety.
Yeah, you gotta call the pocket here. You can't just hit the ball.
Well, you know, there's a shot here. There's a shot here that Chang might be looking at, which would be a cross bank to make the 10 in the side.
I'm not sure if the
But the safety might be.
Yeah, I just don't think.
Shot too.
That's a little bit of a loose shot to attempt, especially at this point in the match. Much wiser choice there. On that table right there, on some of these really tight tables in this back room here at Hard Times Billiards,
Okay.
you are going to see a lot of extended safety battles.
Here we go. Dennis is calling the 10 to the side pocket. She goes. A beautiful billiard shot by Dennis Hatch.
He's making it close. Trails 7-8
to 8 now. And then Dennis stands aside while Reed Fleming continues his match with Santos. Poor Reed is in a death match, gruesome match there. It's looks like 7 games to 1. Reed's in a lot of trouble. But here you go. Dennis is getting ready to break. Dennis Hatch has been living in Las Vegas past few months. He's been sort of going back and forth from Vegas to Los Angeles. He stayed here in Los Angeles a few months ago, and we were lucky enough to feature him in a match against Carlo Beato a few months ago. They played a race to 25 10 ball and went hill-hill on the very table you're watching now.
I'm sure he remembers this table. Beautiful touch there. He's a little bit, he's got a bridge a little bit over this 7 ball. Yeah, he's jacked up over it. This is the key shot of the rack right here. Get from the 2 to the 3. He got there. He's got a chance right now.
He may have to bring this cue down and position for a combo. 4-10 from the right angle could be played pretty easily. Judging by the angle he's got on the 3, if he can avoid hitting that 8 on the way, he might be in good shape. It's that 8 ball holding him up.
I don't think that 4 passes the 10. If he got on the 4 just right, he could play a 4-10 combination. Otherwise, he's going to have to find a way to go back and forth across the table That's why he's given this one so much thought. He's hitting low right. Trying to spin down under the 4 ball, it looks like. Exactly. And he did it. Boy, that was a beautifully executed shot. He played this position to shoot the 4 on the side. Very few players would have played the shot that way, or even had it in their repertoire. Looks like he could just slide the cue ball over for the 5. These side pockets are real stingy, so he's taking a long, hard look at this shot. You don't want to hit it too hard. Medium speed. He missed the whole pocket there.
Yeah, he missed it by almost like a half a diamond, it seemed like.
He was so focused on getting shape on that 5 ball. But this is a tough shot for Dennis. Long shot on the 4, and he's got to follow the cue ball all the way back down where it is right now.
I think he shot too quickly. And he's not going to get lucky.
You got to remember, these are super tight pockets. Anytime you got a lot of distance, it's going to be hard to make the ball. That was a safety. Wanted to hide the cue ball behind the 10, and he did.
That was a good choice.
Now look where the 4 is.
Dennis in a lot of trouble right now. He might even be able to kick this in, but still, there's no reward other than hitting the ball. He's not. I don't see any real clear path to get back to the 5, even if he does kick that 4 in. He's looking at the kick, though.
To kick and hit this 4 ball is going to take extreme English. And he knows the whole match is on the line right here. You give up ball in hand here, you might as well pack your bags.
He might be coming to hit this 2 rails. Oh, no. I don't think it's fast enough. Is it? Is it fast enough?
Fast enough, just not straight enough. This could be it right now, folks.
We got a packed house here, by the way. Reed Fleming screws up his cue. He's defeated by Santos 9 games to 1. Now, we're not in the money yet, are we?
Depends upon if they're playing 24 or 16 players. I'm not sure. I have not seen the payouts yet, Daniel.
I heard people discussing it, Dave Hema and Eddie discussing it this morning, but I'm not sure if they've published the payouts yet.
I know I finished out of the money. I've been out of the money all my life.
Well, I think this is all she wrote for Dennis Hatch.
1 9-ball away. You just want to stay focused. Take a deep breath.
Dennis shakes the hand of Chang Jung LIn, who defeats Dennis Hatch 9-7. Dennis plays a real good match, but we're talking about the Taiwan Typhoon here. Team of 4 players who came out here from Taiwan to play various events. So congratulations to Chang Jung LIn, who stays in the tournament. Thank you to Dennis Hatch for participating in this year's Hard Times 10-ball event. Dennis says he hasn't played much for the past 2 months. Said he was actually sore this morning from playing all day yesterday. So stick around, guys. We're going to have another match shortly. I'm going to find out who's playing on the live stream table next. You've been watching the 5th annual Hard Times 10-ball here in Bellflower, California.
It's POVPOOL.com.
That's right. You're watching POVPOOL.com's broadcast of the Hard Times 10-ball event, sponsored by West State Billiards. And POVPOOL is also sponsored by Automated Entertainment, OBQ's Kamui Tips, and the Scorekeeper 2's Runout Apps. I want to thank all of our sponsors for hanging out and supporting POVPOOL, supporting these events, and we'll be right back with something very shortly.